everybody, this is Glenda with Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. Today is the reveal. Everything, almost everything in here has a story. So I want to enjoy telling the stories as well as showing you what we have done to redecorate these two rooms. We have spent some money, but we have not spent thousands of dollars. So I'm just going to show you how some of it is improvement, how we've used stuff. I'm just going to go ahead with it. I did try to dress up for you somewhat today because this is the outfit that I bought for my grandson's graduation. So I'm just going to show it off a little bit because I really love this top. Okay, we bought that entertainment center new. That is new to this whole new world that we've created in this room. These plates, this is how you reuse things that you've had hidden. Those plates, my grandmother and her sisters and my great-grandmother collected plates. And my great-aunt Elsie, she painted plates. A couple of those are her painted plates. She did beautiful work. But those are just absolutely a family heirloom. That's not much good either, those there. I have a couple more that I want to hang that'll kind of spread that out and even it out. But that's the story behind those plates. Now some my kids have bought for me or my daughter, to kind of build up the collection because she knew how proud I was of it. So, and I think she might like to carry on the tradition a little bit. So, story of the plates. Joe got me this chair last Mother's Day. I told him, excuse me, I was sit. I told him I wanted a rocking chair. Now what I wanted was just like those regular overstuffed rocking chairs. You know, the old kind. Evidently they don't have those. So, he got this. It's a rocker recliner. It is electronic. That cord you see, that is I hope you can see it. That is a charger for my cell phone. And it plugs into the chair. And it works for both of our phones, so that's really cool. Now, this, in this corner, that was made years and years ago by Joe's stepfather. And we have just loved it ever since. Yes, the printer's there because we don't have anywhere else really with where it will fit and where we can get all the way around it. These pictures, those were, some of those, you get the prints in the cheap frames for $1 or less. But I love the pictures. I love the prints. We'd had them in those old frames for quite a while, but I couldn't really part with the pictures themselves, so Joe went to Walmart and bought these frames. They're not expensive. I mean, they're probably $8 to $10 frames, but look how much they dress those pictures up. And now the pictures are much more visible and happy. So, and a lot of these things, well, down on the bottom, there's some of the things I've made. And it's just a lot of stuff that I really love. This is Joe's chair. It's old, but it's been his favorite chair, and he does not want to part with it, so I don't argue with him. Very few people know, just by looking at it, it is a recliner. That part down there that looks like it's just the bottom end of the chair, or the bottom edge, that's actually the footrest. I've been wanting to get my china hutch in this room for ages. And we finally found a way to do that. And that is it right here. I had him put the whites, oh jeez, I gotta breathe again. Okay. I had him put the white shelf liners in there because with as dark as it is, just to look inside there, it will show up a lot better. So there's the blue stuff on top, and I kind of went by it that way. And you can see down here, maybe get a little closer. There's some more of those decorative plates that I want to get hung up. Okay, those are the new curtains. Don't you love them? I love this new paint. And that plant stand, it's just absolutely lovely. And there's some of my, Joe put some of my stuff on there too. This little kind of spiky ball on top of there, that lights up. My grandson, he's now 20, when he was little, he gave that to me. And he just was so proud of giving that to me. And I was really happy to get it from him because it did mean a lot. I used that inside my purse for years. All I had to do was squeeze it, shake it up a little bit, put it in my purse, and I could find my keys. So some kids' toys are useful to adults as well. This is a built-in china cabinet, been here for quite a while, but it was kind of a blonde, which isn't nothing wrong with that, but the veneer was getting chipped up on it. It was an old veneer. Trying it up. And so Joe had to do some filling in with, and it was just better to paint it. And I've got all of my carnival glass in there. A few things that don't really look like they belong, but that's okay. Nothing has to be perfect in anybody's house. And there's our bookshelf. I got rid of a lot of old romance novels that were read and done, and this is the grouping that you've watched me paint. If you've watched those videos, there's the violet, the pansy, an iris, and a rose, and those are tulips in the center of the big one. Those represent family. There's a red and a blue tulip with a purple, little purple one in behind them. So that kind of accounts for my color theme there. So it's not all perfect. Well, those are the kids' wedding pictures. This is where we didn't know where to put the butler, but I was tired of it being seen from the front door. So this is where it ended up. This was also made for me, or for us, by my husband's, you know his name, by Joe's stepfather. And just love it. And it's being used for what it's meant to be used for. And so, thus. And I love the colors in here. I really think it brightens it up. We do have one window. We're still waiting on the new, excuse me. Those are my parents there, and that's Joe's mother. She was a wonderful, wonderful woman. Passed away way too early from diabetes. Oh, I had to catch my breath. That's one thing about it. Okay, I'm sitting on a futon bed, and it's a nice one. It's a wooden frame, and it's got a nice spring to the slats, and I've got a pillow top mattress on it. This is where I do sleep because both of us have developed back problems as we've grown older. I have arthritis in my lumbar, lower lumbar, and I kind of need a soft mattress or my legs up at night. And Joe, he needs a hard mattress. So, and we just kind of, we still love each other. We do still cuddle, lovey-dovey. We just don't sleep in the same bed anymore because of medical issues, and he snores. Not terribly bad, but I used to have to shake him once in a while. So that isn't the reason I moved out here though. So here's a lot of my medical stuff and things that I keep around me. My inhaler and all of this stuff. I mean, yeah, it's all there. There's my CPAP, and I've got all kinds of stuff in there, like my oximeter that tells me how much oxygen I've got, my blood pressure cuff, all kinds of that kind of stuff. So yes, nobody's house has to be perfect. You need to take care of yourselves. You have to set your house up for you. My daughter and her husband owned this house before us. We just traded homes because that's what suited us. They needed something bigger and we needed to downsize badly. They did tremendous work on this house that has saved us a lot. They took all the carpets up in here. No wonder I'm breathy. My oxygen came apart. Pardon me a minute. Because every once in a while, this comes uncoupled. I was sitting down though, so I was okay. So anyway, they refinished all these wood floors, and they are so nice for being as old as they are. They just really did so much wonderful work on here. The color scheme wasn't bad. We have been here for a long time, but you want to make something your own after a while. And this was the time for us to do that because Joe retired and he loves to have something to work with or work on. So this is the first project really he took on after retirement, and I'm so grateful. And we just finished it with all of the putting up the decorations and that kind of thing. So, and one little thing I want to show you here, that Afghan on that chair, if you can sit there, it was a gift from my grandmother Miller, my dad's mother. Now she was getting up there in years, and she was starting to get, forgetful of things. She wanted all of her grandchildren to have an Afghan from her. So we got to go choose our yarn or whatever we wanted it to look like. Now she couldn't get them all done, and she was living with my aunt at the time. And so I know my aunt made a lot of these, which is fine, because a gift from her is precious as well. And so that, I just wanted to tell a little story. Hopefully I got this all in within a reasonable amount of time, but I did want to share the story because everybody's home has a story. You don't have to spend a mint, and you don't have to have everything perfect all the time. I did want to show it in its best state. I can't guarantee it's going to look like this every day or even most days, but I am just so happy with the work that Joe did, with the things that we picked out together, and it's a home. It's a home we live in. And so there's things that, look lived in. And I'm not going to hide those. So have a great day. Fix your home how it fits you. If you got small children and you got to mess around, hey, that's exactly how my house was when we had small children. Toys were always all over the place. Shoes everywhere. Shoes are still everywhere in this house. Because of me. Joe's organized. He measures. He puts up all these things because he measures. I eyeball. So I am just so proud of him. And I am so happy with the way we worked together to do this. I used to be able to help him paint. I can't anymore. But I could help pick things out to decorate. And I could kind of tell him where I wanted things. Which sounds bossy. I supervised. It's what I could do. I love you all. I hope you've enjoyed my little stories that go with this. And be happy in your home. And live in it. Good night.